Hi Charlotte.
Hi Ray, it's been a long time.
I know.
We've not seen each other in the flesh for yonks.
I know. It's very exciting.
Hello everyone, my name's Charlotte Gompertz. I am a vicar in Shrewsbury and I'm also a mental health person in Lichfield Diocese.
Hi friends, I'm Rachel, mental health development worker for Transforming Communities Together, also in the Lichfield Diocese.
Yes, indeed. So we've been thinking a little bit about World Mental Health Days coming up October the 10th. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Wear your little green
ribbon. It's a ribbon.
Or a yellow one. I got very confused one year because I think the yellow one's for sort of youth teenage suicide awareness.
Yeah.
But it happens on the same day. Anyway, October the 10th is the day. What does it mean to you, Rach? What are you going to be thinking about World Mental Health Day?
Yeah, I think there's the kind of, I guess it's obvious, but we can't really plug it enough. What do we need to do for ourselves and for each other to sort of promote good mental health and just sort of live it in the everyday, really? So I think we all know, you know, the classics about trying to avoid too much stress, eating well, sleeping well, knowing, and I think for me as well, knowing what is it for you individually that you need, and something around that self-awareness. And I know we're encouraged, aren't we, to do things like keeping maybe a gratitude journal, trying to remember what are the things that, you know, enliven us and give us joy, things like this, and also perhaps what are the things that also make us feel really stressed. Yeah. And related to that, you know, yes, we all get stressed, we all get angry. I think there's value in all of our emotions, but how are we going to let that play out? Is it a good time to make that, you know, terse response or send that email? Or shall I park it?
Am I in the right frame of mind?
Yeah.
Or do I need to just put it in my drafts folder?
Yeah, you know, just be checking in with ourselves. Yeah, how am I doing today? Or, you know, oh, why did I have that very strong response to that comment?
Self-awareness,
isn't it? And I think being kind to ourselves, we hear it a lot, but I think it's really true. I don't think we can all be 100% on our game all the time.
No, we can't. And how do we support other people with that in mind? You know, if you know somebody isn't 100% on their game, they can't necessarily do something about that. How are you going to adjust how you respond to them? You know, if you're a manager, for example, today might not be the day where you go and you know, fire Joe Bloggs. That's an extreme example, but you know, or you go and tell them off for something. You might have to just, you know, you might know their mum died a few weeks ago, something like that.
Being sensitive. I had a situation recently where we were in a team meeting, and afterwards a colleague rang me and said, "Oh, is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yes, everything's fine." Does it not seem fine? My colleague said, "No, you didn't quite seem like yourself." And actually, I was fine, but I thought that was just really helpful, just to for me to check in and be like, "Oh yeah." And actually, if I'm not fine, and I've got these lovely colleagues that are actually, you know, and likewise today, I said to another colleague, like, "Oh, you know, I can see you've got extra work on at the moment. I've got a bit of capacity. Maybe, you know, if you need an extra pair of hands with something." And it's very easy to get very fixated on our inbox and our to-do list. So that's just some little working example.
So there's a huge thing, isn't there, about all our mental health is related to how we relate to one another. So we talk about individually looking after our own, but actually we can support everybody, you know, and isn't that what church is about? Should be. You know, isn't that what community is about? It's about bearing one another's burdens, which is, interestingly, I preached about that in church because, interestingly, the psychiatric hospital where I trained to be a nurse in Gloucester, called Coney Hill Hospital, it doesn't exist anymore, but over the door was that passage, this old Victorian psychiatrist, over the door was that verse, "Bear ye one another's burdens," it said, and I've always held that very close, you know, that actually sharing life together and sharing being community together and bearing each other's burdens is key. Jesus knew that. It's funny that, isn't it? Who'd have thunk it? Thanks for listening.